doing our floors. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna remove the carpet and we're gonna resurface our hardwood floors, put a few coatings on so it looks nice. So we're gonna show you this every step of the way, the process of how to redo your floors. If you're interested in redoing your own room, you'll see the process so you can see what things are being used in this video. So we're gonna be doing our living room. We're gonna remove all the furniture and take the carpet out. Okay, so this is our prepped floor before sanding. So here's a little spot right there. There's a darker side by the window. You can see. Let's see if that will come off. There's another spot. Whatever that was, probably some water. Okay, well. And we're gonna start sanding soon. Okay, so we have a little corner that the manual, the machine cannot really get, so you're gonna have to use the scraper like this, okay? Come over here closer so you can see. So what you're gonna do, just gonna make some pressure and try to And then the rest of it is going to be covered by the shoe molding, so you actually won't see it. Okay, so the edger that we used under the wall leaves some scratches, circular scratches that cannot just be removed. So you need to do is to use a machine to remove. If you could look over here, you can see the scratches. Okay, so these scratches can be removed with this machine, or you can use a circular one, that orbital, I should say. So when you go, it's gonna remove those scratches. Okay, so now I polish it, you don't see the scratches anymore. So you can use this when you go. You need to make sure you go along the grain of the board. You cannot go like this because it's gonna leave other scratches. You gotta go along the board, okay? So that's the process. You can use grit like maybe 80 or something like that. I don't want to go too rough, like 40 or 60 is going to be too rough, but like 60 or 80, even 100 will do. Okay, so today we're going to have to sand the floor for the third time. I saw that I had too many cracks in my floor, so I had to actually fill in the gaps with a stainable putty. So that's what it looks like. It kind of looks ugly. So that's why I'm gonna have to sand with a 100 grit sandpaper. So after this, it should look very nice and smooth. I'll give you an update. Okay, so I started sanding with 100 grit, and so this is the unsanded area, and this is the sanded. So it does look very nice. You can feel that it's very smooth. So this is what the floor looks like after sanding and vacuuming. So it's all cleaned up. Now it's ready for staining. We picked the stain. Hopefully it's gonna look nice. It's of a darker color, the stain, but this is the floor in its natural look, which is oak. So we'll see how it turns out. Alright, so this is the stain, Red Mahogany, that we decided. So we went with Red Mahogany as our stain color. We'll see how it goes. So you gotta go, when you wipe, you gotta apply it and go along the grain. Alright, so this is what the room looks like after staining. Alright.
It's really beautiful.
You can see the grains right there. Alright, so this is next day after putting the first coat on. It's a semi-gloss polyurethane that I picked. It still has a shine to it, but the first coat looks nice. So what I'm gonna do is, after the first coat, you need to sand it because fibers kind of come up on the floor, and you can feel that it's a little rough. So you need to sand it down just a little. You need to use 220 grit or higher. You can use the machine, or you can do it manually. And I'm just gonna use a pole sander. So just gonna do it manually because I don't have a local shop that has that machine to do the sanding. So I'm gonna do it manually and then put the second coat on. Here's the pole sander. Let me show you. It's a pole with a pad on the bottom, and it's a stick-on. Let me see. So it has a grip on the bottom, so it sticks to it. It's a 220 grit, and so what you're gonna do is just sort of like moving forward, back and forth, and just kind of going along with the grain. So just to break down the fibers that came up, so I can see how smooth the surface is. Yeah, much smoother now. Okay, so you don't really need to really push on it, just kind of well, you're gonna test it and see how well it broke down, but you don't really need to push it too hard. Sanding, you have to vacuum to pick up all the dust before you put the second coat. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so this is the floor after second coat of lacquer. So it looks great. It's smooth. So what do you guys think? Let me know if you have any other suggestions or color suggestions for the outcome of the floor. Thanks for watching.